Hello everyone, this is Cheryl with Architect Destiny, and I'm so glad you decided to tune in for another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a frequent flyer or a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for your continued support. If you have not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. So what we're going to do today is flip through my February pages. Last time I talked through the flip through for January, and that was kind of fun, so I think I'll just kind of talk through this one as well. Not that there's anything unusual that I did for the month of February, but why not just chat about the spreads and just kind of tell you what I had going on throughout the month. That'll be fun. So just gonna jump right in to the flip. I think we're in frame pretty good here. Let's see. All right, so this is my month of February, and I really like how this turned out. The interesting thing is I used this decor with the fuchsia and gray and the gray grid washi, and I think I used the exact same decor in one of my weeks. I just didn't even think about the fact that I had already used it. So if you see that, it was not intentional, but it's fine. I mean, I'm not all serious about every single spread looking different, but I just thought it was funny that I used the exact same washis. I think I used these two and this one for one of the weeks in February. But anyway, it was a pretty busy month. A lot of the things on here are recurring things, and there are a few, special things as well. Like this week here was my birthday week. Actually, me and my mom, we had the same birthday on February 10th, and my husband had planned a surprise trip for us, and he took me to Memphis. And not only did he take me to Memphis, but he invited another couple to come with us who are good friends of ours. So we haven't taken a couple trip in a long time with friends, so that was just so much fun. So that's why this is blocked out here with washi tape. That was my surprise birthday trip that week. And so, yeah, I don't think there's anything else unusual. Well, on the 27th of February was my 9-year work anniversary for the company that I work with. So that's kind of cool. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it has. So that was kind of neat as well. I got a few things done on my monthly to-do list. There's some things that have been migrated a couple times, like from January to February and February to March. So as I'm working through March and prepping for April, hopefully those things will get knocked out. But if they don't, then it's going to be time to kind of reevaluate just how important those things are. So yeah, so that's kind of how the month looked overall. And so now I will flip over to my weekly pages. And it's so cool that February started on a Monday and ended on a Sunday, so that it's just nice, compact 4 complete weeks in the month of February. That doesn't happen very often, so that was kind of cool. So this spread, I just did the blue and green thing. I don't know, I was just feeling like, sorry for the noisy muffler car going down the street. But anyway, I was just feeling like doing something a little more bold, and the weather is still kind of cold here. I was still tracking my weather at this point, and I wanted something that looked kind of wintry. So I picked this beautiful kind of olive green and kind of dark gray blue color, and then I used the bold date numbers and weekend sticker from Chrissy-Ann Designs. And I also picked some coordinating quote stickers from Happy Planner, and this one was some random sticker pack that I got at Office Depot, I think, that had a lot of little quote stickers in it. But the color matched perfectly, so that worked really well. Did my water tracking down here at the bottom this week. And yeah, this turned out to be a pretty productive week. I got most of the things done that I planned to do. This was Super Bowl week. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. Or Super Bowl Sunday, I should say. But anyway, yeah, so this was the first week of February. Then we go on to the second week, and this is my birthday week. So this is me and my mom's birthday, so I took the day off from work. I never used to do that in the past. I would just go ahead and go to work, and, you know, we would end up doing like a birthday dinner either the weekend before or the weekend after if my birthday was during the week, and you know, I would get my gifts or whatever, but it would just be kind of a quiet day. I would go to work, and the last few years I just decided, you know, I'm taking my birthday off from work even if we don't do anything. So yeah, I'm kind of making that a thing now. I'm not going to work anymore on my birthday. So I was off that day and just relaxed and everything, and packed for my trip. I still didn't know where I was going. I did not know where I was going until I got in the car Thursday morning. So that was really fun. I'm not a huge surprise person, but that was fun. So yeah, I worked the first part of the week. I did not pile up a bunch of to-dos or anything, just kind of a few things that I needed to do, and just kind of got in the mindset of being on vacation for the rest of the week. So I used this part of the spread to do some journaling about my trip, which was really fun. It was so interesting that it was like dead of winter in Memphis, and you know, the day before we left it was 52 degrees here where I am in North Carolina. We got there was ice on the trees. The high was 28, the low was 25 that Thursday, and it was like between 30, the high was 30 and the low was 9 degrees the whole time we were there. So it was not very conducive to being out and about and doing a lot of walking around, even though we did. I mean, we went down to Beale Street and we walked around. It was like totally dead down there. There was nothing going on, no street musicians, no nothing. The shops and restaurants and things were open, but you know, we just wanted to see it. I'm sure it's like a real blast in the summer and the spring when it's warm, and you know, when it's not COVID world or whatever. But yeah, even though the weather was kind of icky, it was still fun. We the guys rented this beautiful Airbnb cottage in kind of the historic area of Memphis, and it was real cozy and quaint and, you know, old on the outside, everything totally renovated on the inside. So it was fun. We did a little dinner cruise on this day. I need to find like a boat sticker to put right there. If I have one somewhere in my sticker book, I'm going to see if I can find one. Did a riverboat dinner cruise, Valentine's Day dinner cruise on that Friday, and because we left on Valentine's Day to drive back home. So we did the cruise on Friday, and we did just, you know, some sightseeing, drove around and saw things. We did some walking around, just spent a lot of time at the cabin too, ate at some nice places, and it was just fun. You know how sometimes it's just fun to kind of be out of your normal environment and just have a change of scenery and just do something different. And that was definitely something different. I mean, Memphis is not one of those places that I would say, oh, you know, man, on my bucket list is to go to Memphis. It's just not one of those places, but it was really fun, and I think it would be a fun place to go back to when the weather's warm and things are a little bit more normal. So yeah, so this was my birthday week in my planner. I chose to use this cute kind of seafoam minty green color and some gold foil, and yeah, it was kind of fun. And so this is the week where I used the exact same theme. Obviously I really liked it that I would pick the exact same washies again and not even realize it, but yeah, I enjoyed looking at this every day. This was fun. I think it turned out really well. This was a very busy week, and I kind of used a lot of stickers on this spread. I just wanted to use some of the stickers that I had bought, a few years ago when I was, still kind of using a lot of stickers in my spread, even back to when I was in a ring planner in my Franklin Covey, and I was using a fold out weekly, and I had a lot more space, and I was using a lot of these functional icon stickers, especially for chores and things like that. So I just decided this week I wanted to, focus on the chores that I had to do and use my stickers down here in the evening hours for my chore time. And I thought it was cute. It was fun to look at every day, and I think it turned out really nice. So yeah, I just enjoyed this week as well. And then this is the last week of February, and another busy week. I'm really liking this setup. However, I think this month, which is now March, I'm probably going to try something a little different and just kind of see how it works for me. I'm going to try maybe using the schedule, and I probably will change the numbers because I don't by any means ever need to have 5 o'clock in the morning on my calendar for any reason, nor do I need to have any time after 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock even on my calendar for any reason. So I'm probably going to renumber it and try, doing some time blocking. I'm going to probably play around with that. It may be toward the end of the month before I actually do it, because I'm going to make maybe some, a few copies of an empty spread just on the copy machine, just make a few sheets and kind of play around with the layout and see how it look and get my spacing and everything down before I actually, implement the spread in my planner. But yeah, kind of be on the lookout for that toward the end of the month maybe, or I may even wait until April and just do, brand new layout for my weekly spread in April. So I'm going to play around with that and see how that might work for me, because I think if I kind of am able to see like how much actual time I have in the day to do things outside of my work hours and kind of fit my to-dos into those blocks of time, then maybe it'll be a little bit more realistic picture of what I can actually get done during the course of the week. Because I kind of pile in the to-dos and, I get a lot of them done. I always migrate a few things forward, which is that's not a bad thing. But I really just want to try out the time blocking. So I think I'm going to play around with that this month and do some practice spreads. And maybe in April, I will try that out. So stay tuned for that. So that's my monthly and my weeklies for February. I'll just kind of flip over and talk a little bit about my goals as well. So my goals for February are here, and I feel pretty good about what I got accomplished in February. I was not able to check off every single thing, but I got a lot of significant things done. And what I'm implementing new this year is to do a kind of a plan of setting myself up for success with the goals that I have, just kind of blocking out a general idea of what's the optimum time during the day to do some of these things that, that I've kind of set out for myself to do during the course of the month. So for, January and February, this was kind of the plan that I was on. And then also new for this year, I am doing a mid-month check-in with my goals and then an end of the month review of how I did. And I'm kind of highlighting those areas where mid-month I did not feel like I was up to speed and up to par and I needed to make some changes. and switch up and, you know, really focus in more. So I kind of highlighted those things. And then at the end of the month, I kind of went back and said, okay, how did the month turn out? Did I actually go back and make these changes and address these things that I identified in my mid-month check-in? And then, you know, how did the end of the month turn out? So I was able to finish our tax planner stuff and upload all of our documents by the end of February. That was a big goal that I had, and I was able to do that. I kind of half-heartedly put intermittent fasting on my January goals and my February goals, and I just didn't even do it. I just didn't even think about doing it. So for me, that's something that I think I did not put it on my March goals. Did I? I don't think I did. No, I didn't even put it on my March goals because I think more so than intermittent fasting, I need to be thinking about just my eating habits in general and just kind of reassessing all of that, because with COVID, I don't know. I mean, I just kind of lost motivation for working out, as you can see when I show you my tracker. And even here, one of my goals was to move my body 30 minutes a day. And I didn't put how many times per week, but I would say, you know, 4 or more times per week, I would feel successful with that. I just totally blew it with doing any kind of exercise January, February, and I haven't started off very well in March either. So I'll go ahead and confess that. But, you know, it is important, and I need to figure out how to get myself motivated to do something. And generally when I start, if I can go for a week, then I'll kind of keep going. But I just haven't gotten there with the working out. And mentally, I mean, just since the beginning of COVID, I just haven't been very with it with working out. And I also haven't been very with it with eating and not snacking a lot and stuff like that. So with the intermittent fasting, I need to really just think more about what I eat more so than when I eat. So yeah, maybe after I decide, you know, what I'm going to do about my nutrition overall, I'll come back to, okay, so now that I've gotten my plan down, I can implement this as an overlay for my eating goal. But right now, I just X'd it off. I think I probably X'd it off, you know, a week or two into the month, and I just was like, nope. I still haven't been doing great with reading. By the end of the day, I'm just like tired. I just want to veg out and just like ease into going to sleep, watch TV, talk to my husband, and I just haven't been consistent about reading. So I did not start the Getting Things Done book. I did not finish the book that I was reading in January either. So yeah, I need to make some changes around that for March. But I did select the flooring for our kitchen, which we're probably going to be getting our kitchen floors redone. If not in March, then early April. So I did do that. I was invited to do a planning and productivity presentation for a women's group the first week of March. I just did that presentation yesterday, and it turned out amazing. It was so good. I was really pleased with my presentation. I was pleased with how interactive people were, how engaged they were with the content, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that. So that was a big emphasis for January and February, is to start early on that presentation, to steadily work through building it out and be finished with it by the end of February and get my materials to the leader of the group by, you know, the end of February, the week of the presentation, which I did. So yeah, I was also pleased about my hydration goal. I was able to drink at least 64 ounces of water a day most days, which is good for me because typically I drink mostly coffee and I'll drink water with a meal, which is by no means enough water for the course of the day. So I was pleased with how well I did with my hydration. Also with our couple time goal, as I mentioned, we went on the trip. So for me, that's going to be a goal. If not once a month, then at least, a couple times a quarter that we actually like do something significant together where we get out of the house or just away, even if it's just to spend the night somewhere different. I had a career goal of doing some system training for a new system that our company is implementing, and I was able to meet my training goal. And we do have, as far as a finance goal, to have a family business meeting once a month. We had done that a while back. We would do that every month, and then we kind of got away from it. And so this year we have re-implemented the monthly family business meeting as part of our finance goals. And so we did do that. So that's kind of how my goals turned out. I was pleased with the things that I did do. There were some big things that I did complete. There are some other things, all of which I think were kind of personal development, Cheryl-oriented things that I didn't do. My nutrition and my fitness, I've got to get on the ball with that. I've got to figure that out and get some motivation going. And then just to look at my tracker. Let me turn this around and let's look at February. So yeah, you see this big purple line here through Move My Body 30 minutes a day and the unhappy face. Yeah. Then also I have skincare. That's not like a goal, but it is something, not like a big goal. It is a goal that I have for myself, a habit that I want to form. I'll put it that way. I wouldn't call it a goal, but I just didn't focus on that. I just didn't focus on trying to stick to a routine that I do every night. So I put that on my tracker again for March. I'm going to keep working on it. But yeah, aside from those things, and like I said, I just totally marked out the intermittent fasting. I just totally marked that out. It's like, that just was a no-go. But, for the most part, I kind of like the way my tracker is looking with things that I wanted to track on here. My reading, very sporadic, as you can see, which is why I did not finish that book. I need to do better with that. But yeah, I was pleased with time that I spent on Architect Destiny, some of the other more personal things that I've got, kind of blurred out here down at the bottom. And then about midway through the month, and you can't see this because it's probably blurred out, but I kind of assess what's going on with my habits, and I note habits that I need to work harder on. And I just kind of list them out and put some notes about what can I do to kind of get back in the groove on that habit. And then at the end of the month, I checked off the 2 that I felt like I recouped after mid-month and kind of came through the end of the month doing much better with those. So that's kind of how I'm going to do. I mean, part of my reassessment of my, I'm not sure where I'm going in my planner, so I'll just close it. Part of my reassessment of my goals and my habits, or I should say part of what I'm doing with my goals and habits now is assessment, reassessment, recalculate, and try to move forward by tweaking my game plan on those. I think that's what I have been missing with my goals in previous years, is that whole review and reassess and recalculate, recalibrate, and try to change up the game plan if what I'm doing is not working. So I'm going to continue to do that. There are some areas where I feel like I'm not there yet, whether it's emotional, mental, not checked in on it, whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to give up on those things. I'm going to continue to keep my goals and my habits in front of me and continue to work on them and work toward my goals. And yeah, I've got nothing but time. So overall, February, I think, was a pretty good month, and I'm expecting March to be a good month. And yeah, so that's my planner for February, and I hope you enjoyed that little flip and talk through. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And as I said at the beginning, if you just kind of hang out and watch my videos when they come up but you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe? I think that would be kind of cool. I would appreciate it. And then you would be notified if you hit the notification bell. You will be notified every time I upload something new. And that would be kind of cool as well, I think. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and your loved ones, and stay safe, stay healthy, be good, take care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.